Episode 4, A New Hope. It is a period of unrest in Tipperary, with Premier forces regrouping, having suffered a defeat in their attempts to defend the crown of 2010 to the Empire. The return of legendary Jedi Lar Skywalker Corbett helped the Premier army to quell the rebel uprising and win back their Munster crown to put them on a collision course and rematch with the Imperial Black and Amber.
Beautifully in here for Burke. Back of the net for Paul Burke. Here's Lord Corbett for Tipperary. Lets it go. Goal chance, and it's buried in the back of the net by Noel McGrath. And this time it's Patrick Bottermar, the supplier, John O'Brien, the finisher.
Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. The Black and Amber Empire had reigned for 8 long years in Leinster before a surprising defeat by forces from the west resulted in Emperor Cody locking the gates of Nolan Park in a bid to revive their challenge. This tactic seemed to work as treaty forces found out to their cost on the plains of Thurles.
Goal chance for Fogarty! Goal! They are back. Kenny's free. This could nearly seal it. They go for another goal! What a goal from Colin Fennelly!
In episode 6, in the race for Liam, the story continues.
Yes, it's the second of this year's semi-finals as the two biggest sides in hurling go face-to-face for a place in September's final. The throw-in is at 3:30. Yeah, and what a prospect. Well, as modern-day rivalries go, there's none more intense than that what these two sides have served up over the last 3 years. But the question is, what's in store today?
Tell me who's that right? John the Revelator, who's that right? John the Revelator, who's that right? John the Revelator wrote the book of the 7 seals.
The tradition of Kilkenny Tipperary is there. When Tipperary and Kilkenny meet, you know, form goes out the window. I love playing, I love being involved, I love training, I love being in with the lads.
It certainly gives you a great buzz, you know, to say you've achieved one of your dreams. For me, the hunger is when you win, like you just want to do it again.
It's the 121st All-Ireland hurling final. Kilkenny, as you know, going for that 4 in a row. Getting it in now as far as Owen Kelly. After him is Jackie Tyrrell. Has the composure, has the accuracy. Catches it really well. It flies through the air into the half forward. That was a wild swipe there. It's a red card. Here's an opportunity. Fed inside there, in for power, trying to get away from the attentions of a couple of players, one of them Paul Curran, and it's a penalty. They need it, it's in the back of the net. Back come the team looking for 4 in a row. Back comes Owen Larkin, 1 point so far. In for Cowerford, it's in the back of the net. It's Kilkenny who are the All-Ireland champions for 2009. It's a gloomy afternoon, but the setting is spectacular. The prize, the biggest hurling has to offer. Huge one down towards Lord Corbett. He's got it! He's scored! Comes back up to the forwards again, brilliantly caught by McGrath. On to Lord Corbett. They fire hurleys at him, but nobody's able to stop Lord Corbett. Is caught inside there by Patrick Marr, and it's swept in the end, and it's finished in the back of the net, and there is another one for Tipperary, the Premier County and the top county in hurling for 2010. So will it be a blue and gold year, or will it be black and amber? Henry Shefflin from the line ball once again, inside towards Richie Hogan, trying to steal a march of the defence. Fennigan inside. Fennelly! Michael Fennelly! like he's running in Shelburne Park. Hand pass across to Hogan. What a goal! That is quite superb. And the referee has blown his whistle. And Kilkenny have won back the Liam McCarthy Cup. Kilkenny are the champions for 2011.
Yeah, great stuff indeed. Small Mulcahy. If Kilkenny win this match, they'll have beaten Tipperary in the last two big championship meetings. That would be significant. If Tip win it, Kilkenny would have lost two championship matches this year. That's significant.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much being written about today, Michael. It's a defining moment for players. It's a defining match. But if you go back to 2009, Tip will have felt Kilkenny were on a roll. Kilkenny were going for 3 in a row, 4 in a row at that stage. Kilkenny fell into, or Tipperary fell into 2009. They should have won that match, but they were spurred on. And 2010, to me, we saw the greatest game that I've ever seen in an All-Ireland final. Tip played the best hurling that we've ever seen against one of the greatest teams that we've ever seen, and it was an absolutely fascinating game. 2011, we probably expected too much. We sat here last year and we were saying, yeah, give us the same as we had 12 months ago previous, but it didn't work out. Because why? Because Kilkenny did their homework. They identified who they needed to stop. They put man markers on the people that they need to stop, and they gained victory. 2012, it's a different story. Kilkenny have struggled against Galway. They struggled with an extra man in midfield. Tip have done, to me, just about enough to get to semi-final stage, but you feel the momentum now is with Tipperary. And you know, it's just about tactics now. Where will they place Lark Corbett? Who will pick him up? You know, and I mean, that's the key thing. People are saying Lark Corbett maybe go to half forward, centre forward. If I was Tipperary, I'd be putting him back in on top of Jackie Tyrrell and the other two forwards. Let G go to the field. Let him get one-on-one.
Speculation during the week.
Yes, let him get one-on-one on Jackie Tyrrell and try and reverse the trend of last year, because putting Lar out the field, the danger is taken away from where the most important thing, and that is around the square. So it's fascinating.
It is. I think we should emphasise as well, Ger, that John O'Brien will line out at full forward for Tipperary. Of course, there's tragedy in the family during the week.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, you know, he's a terrific warrior, and you know, we all send our sympathies to John and his family, because the whole O'Brien family are so associated with Tommy Vara, you know, and and John is there since he must be there since 2001. And
that's right.
Even last year, when everybody else was failing in the All-Ireland last year, he was still putting up his hand. He was still battling for the ball. And look at how important he is this year. The vital scores he has got to them and set up. He should never have been taken off in the All-Ireland last year. So he's a really heroic type of guy, and it's great that he's playing here today, especially after the trauma of last week. You know, but you know, going away from that, you know, you're looking at Kilkenny, you know, you could make an excuse for them and say that they overrated Dublin and they underrated Galway. But that would be very unfair to Galway, because I think if Galway had played Tipperary in that Leinster final, they'd have done something similar to Tipperary as well, because they just struck one of those days when everything went right. It's what happened to Kilkenny after that. It seemed to have a massive psychological effect on Kilkenny, and the hangover was still there against Limerick. Now, and it only that they struck that purple patch. Remember, from I think it's about the 42nd to the 54th minute, they scored 2-5 to no score. Then you saw Kilkenny, they're coming back again. Mick Finlay and Rice were back in at midfield again. So they're coming in today. So today I think we will see the real Kilkenny. Whether there's anything, whether there's that much left in them or not, today will tell. Today's the
question, sir.
Yeah, you see, all along you have to figure, Brian Cody had never a full team really this year. J.G. Delaney was injured, Michael Finlay was injured, Rice was injured, even the last against Galway, the last that Colin Finlay came off early. Now the intriguing thing to me today is Cody's always thinking ahead. He's picked a fella today, wing back, called Kieran Joyce. Now I know him well from college as well. He played with Waterford IT and with University of Limerick. Now he's more of a man marker. He played centre back the last day. Most people in Kilkenny would think that'd be Richie Doyle, and okay, Brian Hogan would come back in centre back. Now the boys are wondering about Lark Corbett, and they think, say, if he goes out wing forward, it could be Jackie Tyrrell. I have a feeling this year that if he goes out there, that it could be Kieran Joyce that will pick him up, because he's a man marker. But then you have the two boys, Gerard's referred to their midfield, Rice and Finlay. Finlay especially in training is going very, very well again. And up front, they're missing, say, Richie. But like up front, the numbers, Michael, on the back of their jerseys, don't worry about the numbers. They're going to be moving around. The big enigma to me in the last two matches has been Larkin. He hasn't clicked at all. But today he probably could have a blinder. Now, there's a terrible lot at stake for Kilkenny, because if they lose, like, you know, they only lost one match to go, and you had people writing them off, and they're probably the greatest team I've ever seen, and yet we're saying, are they that good at all? Are they invincible? Like, it's even themselves are questioning it. There's a terrible lot at stake for them. Whereas Tip, like, to be fair to Declan Ryan, when he took over this team, he had to win. He couldn't do what he did unless he won the All-Ireland. So he's under pressure from the very start. Now, boys refer to John O'Brien. It's a big ask, and I hope it goes well for him, because he's a great warrior. It's going to be a great game, but for me, I think the both half backlines midfield, that's where the whole engine is going to come from, because if Rice and Finlay get on top and say Hogan centre back, Tommy Welch. They're the engine of that team, and vice versa on the other side.
OK, we have much more build-up to this afternoon's big match still to come. We'll do all that in just a moment after the short break.
What do we do today, lads? Handicaps. 4. Just look. Every time, bye.
Welcome back again to the Sunday Game Live. The teams are out here on the pitch at Croke Park. Kilkenny, the All-Ireland champions, arriving out to a great reception from their supporters, and Tipperary, the reigning Munster champions, arriving out to a huge welcome from their supporters. More about the match later, but it's competition time now, and another great prize for you to win on the Sunday Game. Here are the details.
We've teamed up with Etihad Airways, proud sponsor of the GAA Hurling All-Ireland Senior Championship, to give you the chance to bring a friend or family member living overseas home for hurling. Etihad Airways will fly your friend plus a guest from any of their network destinations connecting to Dublin, Ireland, in time to catch this year's All-Ireland hurling final. But that's not all. You in turn will be able to visit your friend, and you will also receive return flights for 2 from Ireland to your friend's destination. This great prize includes flights, 4 tickets to the final, overnight accommodation for 4 in the top Dublin hotel, and €1,000 in spending money. For your chance to win, answer this. Which team did Galway defeat to win their first ever Leinster GAA Hurling Championship title? Was it Dublin, Wexford or Kilkenny? To enter, call 15 15 71 71 82 or text the word hurling followed by your answer and name to 57111. Viewers in the north can also text to 57111 or call the number on screen. You must be over 18 to enter. More details are on RTE Airtel page 194, and lines will close at midday on Monday, August 20th. The lucky winner will be announced on Championship Matters on RTE2 on Thursday, August 23rd, so tune in for that.
Nice prize, make sure you enter. But now let's hear from some of those involved in today's encounter. Tipperary's #1, Brendan Cummins, and last year's All-Ireland winning captain, Kilkenny's Brian Hogan.
You live and you train to play in big matches, especially in Croke Park, you know, and I've been fortunate, I suppose, in the latter end of my career now, that I've come across a bunch of young fellas in Tipperary who have, you know, have had the ability and the drive, I suppose, that they're going to be in Croke Park every year is what they see come from mine and under 21 success. So I've been looking to get in on the tail end of that. So of course you appreciate every opportunity you get to play at the highest level.
Hand pass across to Hogan. What a goal! That is quite superb! That's hurling for you!
That was obviously a huge win, and it was a fantastic day, you know, having won in 2009, you know, and we'd won the couple of years previous as well, and so now we're meeting again, you know, on Sunday, and I'm sure, you know, as I said to you, there won't be a whole lot in it again.
The Limerick had such young, enthusiastic players, nothing to lose, you know, and they were just unbelievable on the day. The way they started was just whirlwind stuff.
Back in once again, fumbled initially by Mulcahy, dodging around, second chance, second goal for him!
Parents and management, they emptied the bench at the right time. When Bonner Maher came into the fray, you know, it was a key change in the game, I think, you know.
Tip advancing, Patrick Bonner Maher